A few years ago, anyone who sat in Lagos traffic along 3rd Million Bridge or around Ojota in the early morning would have seen a young man moving between Danfo buses, yellow buses, private cars, and commercial vans with a tray balanced carefully in his hands. He sold water, biscuits, gala, and soft drinks under the hot sun. People called him a hustler. Some pitied him, some ignored him. What they did not know was that the same traffic that exhausted millions would one day change his life and the life of many others. The question is, how long did the hawker see a fortune where everyone else only saw frustration? His name was Chinedu Okafor. Every day, Chinedu woke up before the first call to prayer drifted through some parts of the city and before the first buses filled the roads. He lived with his widowed mother and 2 younger siblings in a modest 2-room apartment in Agege. The roof leaked during heavy rain and the power supply was unpredictable, but the home was filled with warmth. Chinedu had once dreamed of finishing university. He had good grades in secondary school, but after his father died suddenly, those dreams were put aside. School fees had become food money, books had become rent. Yet, every morning, before he left the house, he would remind his younger brother and sister of one thing. Your own story will be different, he would tell them with a smile. You will finish school. His mother often worried about him. You carry too much on your shoulder, my son, she would say. Chinedu would laugh softly. An old tree does not complain about the bed that rests on its branches, Mama. She always shook her head at his proverbs, but she smiled anyway. By 6 o'clock, Chinedu was already on the road. He knew the rhythm of Lagos like a man who knows his heartbeat. He knew where traffic built up, where office workers become impatient, and where drivers roll down their windows for cold water under the burning sun. But Chinedu was different from many other hawkers. He did more than sell. If someone needed directions, he helped. If a commuter needed a phone charged, he knew a kiosk nearby. If someone forgot a wallet at a bus stop, he tried to find the owner. He helped people because it felt right, not because he expected anything in return. Most days ended the same way: tired feet, a little money, and another promise to himself that tomorrow would be better. Then, one hot Tuesday morning, everything changed. Traffic was worse than usual near Ojota. Car barely moved. Drivers sighed. Passengers checked their watches in frustration. A young woman in a car called out to Chinedu, "Please, my brother, come." He walked over. She looked panicked. "I have an important contract meeting on the island and I left the signed documents at my office in Maryland. I've been trying to get a dispatch rider, but nobody can get through this traffic." Chinedu thought for a moment. Then he remembered Musa, another hawker who walked farther ahead. "Madam," he said, "if I can get someone to bring it through the traffic, will you trust me?" The woman hesitated. She looked at the paper in her hand, then at the honest expression of his face. "I don't know you." "You are right," Chinedu said. "But sometimes, when there is no road, people become the road." She stared at him, then nodded. Chinedu called Musa. Musa contacted a cousin with a motorcycle near Maryland. The document was collected, passed through several hands, and finally reached the woman before she reached Victoria Island. She was stunned. "You did this from traffic?" she asked. Chinedu smiled. "It was not only me. Many people helped. The woman paid him far more than he expected, but that was not what stayed in his mind. That night, while lying on a tin mattress in the darkness, Chinedu could not sleep. People trapped in traffic did not just need water. They needed medicine. They needed chargers. They needed documents. They needed food. They needed help. And help was everywhere. It was just not organized. The next morning, it started small. A man needed a phone charger. Chinedu found one in a nearby market. A woman needed medicine for a headache. He brought it. An office worker forgot his laptop charger at home. Chinedu coordinated with a neighbor to send it through a bus route. At first, people laughed. "You have become dispatch rider?" a hawker joked. Chinedu laughed with them. "No," he said, "I have become someone who solves problems." Soon, people began asking for him by name. "Where is that young man who can get anything? Call Chinedu. Give it to Chinedu." As demand grew, Chinedu realized he could not do it alone. He reached out to other hawkers, people he trusted. There was Musa, who knew every route around Ojota. There was Amina, who sold snacks near Yaba and had a gift for remembering customers. There was Sheyi, who knew the bus drivers and market traders. Chinedu gave each of them a role. No uniforms, no office, just phones, trust, and a shared goal. The system was simple. A customer made a request. The nearest person handled it. Everyone earned something. At first, it was rough. An order arrived late. A customer refused to pay. A phone charger turned out to be the wrong model. Sometimes they made losses. But every mistake taught them something. And slowly, word spread. One customer told another. Office workers saved his numbers. Driver recommended him. Small businesses started calling. For the first time in years, Chinedu began to believe that life could be more than survival. He fixed the leaking roof. He paid his sister's school fees on time. He bought his mother a small refrigerator so she could start selling cold drinks from home. His mother cried the day it arrived. "You have already done enough," she said. Chinedu smiled. "Not yet, Mama. We are just starting." But in Lagos, success rarely grows without attention. One afternoon, as Chinedu stood by the roadside coordinating deliveries, he noticed a group of men watching him. Among them was Chief Bassi, a respected transport union leader. Chief Bassi was not an evil man. Many hawkers respected him because he helped settle disputes and protected people from harassment. But he also believed in order. He believed change could destroy livelihood if it came too fast, and he did not understand what Chinedu was building. Rumors began spreading. Chinedu wants to replace hawkers. Soon, only his people will work. He wants to become a big man and leave everyone behind. Some of his team became afraid. One by one, a few left. Business slowed. Customers who used to call stopped calling. One day, Chinedu's phone was stolen in a crowded bus stop. It held all his contacts. That night, he sat outside his house, staring into the darkness. His younger brother sat beside him. "Are you going to stop?" Chinedu was silent for a long moment. "I don't know," he admitted. The next week, his mother spoke gently. "There is no shame in returning to what is safe." For the first time, Chinedu considered giving up. He went back to selling water and snacks as before, but something had changed. A woman rolled out her window. "Why are you selling water? I tried calling you. I needed medicine for my son." A driver recognized him. "Ah, Chinedu, you helped my wife get her passport to the airport on time. We still talk about you." An office worker stopped his car. "You helped me get my job when you delivered my laptop charger. Why did you stop?" Chinedu realized something important. He had not built a business. He had built trust. The next day, instead of fighting the rumors, he asked for a meeting with Chief Bassi. Many people thought he was making a mistake. When they met him, Chinedu spoke calmly. "I am not trying to replace hawkers," he said. "I want to give them more ways to earn." Chief Bassi listened but remained unconvinced. "Big ideas sound good in the beginning," he said. "Then people suffer." The meeting ended without agreement. Still, some hawkers began to wonder if Chinedu was right. He continued helping people, even with fewer resources. He borrowed a small phone. He rebuilt his contact list one person at a time. He refused to speak badly about anyone. Then one evening, as the sun dipped behind the skyline and traffic lights glowed across Lagos, Chief Bassi asked to see him alone. The older man looked tired. For a long time, He said nothing. Then he spoke. 20 years ago, I had the same idea. Chinedu was surprised. Chief Bassey explained that he and his friend had once tried to create a delivery network among drivers and hawkers, but his partners had stolen the money, abandoned the project, and left him with debt he struggled to repay for years. I lost everything, he said quietly. Since then, whenever I see new ideas, I see danger. In that moment, Chinedu understood something. The man standing before him was not protecting power, he was protecting old wounds. And perhaps, in another life, Chief Bassey could have become the man Chinedu was becoming. Not long after, Chinedu discovered that many hawkers were angry with Chief Bassey. They blamed him for the rumors and the setback. Some advised Chinedu to expose him publicly. Tell people what he did, they said. Everyone will support you. For a moment, the temptation was real. He had suffered, his family had suffered. He could finally win. But Chinedu remembered all the years Chief Bassey had spent carrying his own pain, and he remembered something his father once told him. When two people are wounded, the one who chooses healing becomes the stronger person. So instead of exposing him, Chinedu did something unexpected. He invited Chief Bassey to help train hawkers to become delivery partners. At first, the older man refused. Then, slowly, he agreed. Together, they built something bigger than either of them imagined. Former hawkers became neighborhood coordinators. Young people who once depended on daily sales now had stable incomes. Customers trusted the service because it was built on relationship, not just technology. Years passed. The small network that began in traffic grew into a respected delivery company serving thousands across Lagos. Chinedu's brother graduated from university. His sister became a teacher. His mother no longer worried about rent or school fees. And sometimes, when traffic blocked the road and drivers sighed in frustration, Chinedu would visit the same junction where he once sold water under the hot sun. He would stand quietly and watch the hawkers moving between cars. Some of them now worked with him. Some sold snacks. All of them were trying to build better life. One young hawker recognized him and asked, Oga Chinedu, how did you know this traffic would make you successful? Chinedu smiled as the sound of Danfo conductor echoed through the evening air. I didn't, he said. I only knew that every problem belongs to someone until one person decides to solve it. The traffic kept moving, and so did the people. But for those who knew the story, Lagos traffic would never look the same again.